wanted to start off by just kind of like learning about how you grew up and how you got into hip hop and how this whole thing started for you.
Like personally, it started with in junior high school. A few albums was out, like
Yeah.
Jay-Z, Hard Knock Life. We'll go home. It was still cassette tapes.
Yeah.
I'll go home and play the cassette tape. I'll learn the whole Jay-Z verse, the song, and come back to school and recite it.
Oh, absolutely.
With my other friends. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
And then that's how it started. Like
That was a badge too. When you could do the whole verse, no hiccups. That was a badge.
It was learning other people's lyrics.
Yeah.
And then when I got to high school, I didn't really want to rap. Then I had my boy in my building. Shout out to God.
Yeah.
He was rapping. He like, yo, bro, start rapping. But when we rapped, it wasn't writing.
Right.
It was, we smoked some weed,
Yeah.
rap.
Off the top.
Just off the top. When I started rapping,
Yeah.
I never wrote.
Yeah.
I never wrote.
Ever.
It was just
How long did you not write for?
probably my whole freshman year.
Shit.
We never wrote. He still don't write.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was years ago. He still don't write, but he don't do as much music as me also.
Right.
Because I learned when you put the pen and the pad together,
It can be different.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Yeah, so shout out to them. It was a group of us. We started rapping.
Good.
Everybody doing anything. I just kept going. Like
Yeah.
I've been in many different groups in Flatbush, though. I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn. So
Yeah.
from Flatbush on my side to Caton's side to this side, I've been with a bunch of little rappers growing up.
For sure.
And then it's like whoever outlasts the person. You know how this go. It's a career. You got to go for it. Go hard.
It's really like a testament to work ethic and just being patient, right? Do you think it's a lot of patience?
I feel like patience to have you sitting back and not doing nothing.
Interesting. Talk about that.
I feel like patience, like, yeah, because I'm a person that I know that I'm good and I'm better than people, but I'm not patient. I go harder than the person that's not better than me. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. Rick Ross had a quote once. He said this in an interview where he said, I don't want to move quickly. I want to move correctly.
That's good.
Yeah? You agree with that a little bit?
That's good, but sometimes, like you just spoke before off record
Yeah.
about this guy that said that he makes music just to make money.
Right.
So he's just moving.
Right.
And
right.
he's
That's
successful.
True. That's right. I was talking.
You
Right,
feel me? He's
that's
successful.
right. That's right. I was talking right before the interview about Tekashi 6ix9ine. He did an interview where he said word for word. He was asked, like, how do you treat your craft? And he's like, I don't care about. He's like, I just put music out to make money.
Yeah.
Which is different. It's a different kind of grind.
Yeah.
You don't hear a lot of rappers talking like that.
You just be consistent. After a while, people told me, yo, one thing everybody always told me, once you consistent, you gonna win, Leo. So I said, you know what, I'm just continue writing.
Yeah.
No matter what, I don't care who support me or not. I'm just continue making my music. And that's what happens.
It's already happening. Do you have respect for someone who's just after the bag and doesn't care about the music?
You can hear the person that's just after the bag.
Yeah,
you can hear the music and you could tell that they didn't take their time. They just
Right.
like certain features, you can hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, you can.
But business is business. Like right now, like being an independent artist, I'm learning the business now.
Yeah.
I don't think I could just give a person any type of verse though. You could pay me whatever you pay me, but I know I'm gonna give it what it's supposed to be done. I'm gonna do what I need to do to the beat.
If you're comfortable sharing, what do you charge for a feature?
Feature, we doing $250 for a verse.
Yeah.
If you need a hook and promotion and me in the video, hit my DM.
Yep.
Because for the verse alone is that. Because I
Yeah.
put too much time and effort into my verse.
Yeah.
But if you need all the extra stuff involved, we could talk it out.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, talking a little bit about like where you grew up, you know, like music influences when you were a kid. What kinds of things did your parents listen to?
You know what's crazy? In my household, hip hop was forbidden.
No. Oh yeah.
I come from a Caribbean background.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Caribbean music is wavy though.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't come from a hip hop background. Those cassette tapes I was telling you about, that was in the living room at nighttime when my mother was
They were
asleep.
asleep. Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't. I didn't come from a background with that. Even my sisters.
No.
They listened to reggae music. I grew up on reggae music and Haitian music and Spanish music and anything that's from the islands.
Yeah.
Hip hop is some American things. Remember, we Caribbean, so
Right.
being American is different for us. So this culture is different.
Yeah. That's crazy. What are some of the, like, looking at it from a kind of like a music perspective in New York, what are some things about New York that you think kind of shaped your musical style, you know, or your writing style even? Because New York has a special brand of hip hop.
Just being raised in Brooklyn, just being in a public school, being in the street,
Yeah.
stuff like that, and then the people that was there before me, 50 Cent, the Locks.
Yep.
There's certain people that
Love the
DMX.
Locks.
You know what I'm saying? There's just
Absolutely.
certain people that I was raised off of while I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, these people was put there in my life when I was upgrowing. So
Yeah.
all I played a big part.
How'd you find it? Through friends, or just like passing tapes around,
You talking
passing
about what?
cassettes around, just like finding hip hop?
Hip hop. I got a boy named I2 that he
Yeah.
had every mixtape ever made.
Oh shit.
We just go to his house to listen to mixtapes. He crates full
Yeah.
of mixtapes.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's when everything was on CD. We just
Yeah.
go and listen.
Yeah. Did you ever trade with your
Of
buddy?
course, of
Yeah,
course.
all the time.
Or we just get together and listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as we hear it, we satisfied.
Absolutely.
Who got a new song?
Right.
We all there listening to it. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Don't let it be a diss record.
Right.
Don't let
That's
it be a
crazy.
diss record. We going ecstatic.
Yeah. How did you record when you first started? What were some of the things that you used to record when you were kind of like first starting out?
What you mean?
Like in terms of let me think, like what types of like microphones and what types of systems did you use, and
stuff
like what
like
kinds
that.
of technology did you have and things like that?
It wasn't really.
It wasn't
none.
crazy, right?
It wasn't. It was like first time I recorded really was. I think it was through a headphone like this.
Oh, really?
I found a way to record through a headphone like this
Damn.
onto a cassette tape.
Oh, really? You
through
were
this-
really like
Yeah, something like that. Then I
innovating.
I
Yeah.
went to a friend's house before. He had the setup like this, but he didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Prince though, DJ Prince.
Yeah.
He doing this thing right now. We was in his house on 21st.
Mm-hmm.
He had a system. He been trying to do the DJ thing for a while.
Yeah.
That's why I was at. I recorded a few songs there. It was hard for me to really start getting to recording.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met a few cats that was serious when I moved, and they brought me to a real studio.
Why was it hard to get into recording? Just because having access to recording studios was
It
tough?
wasn't having access. It was the older dudes that was in the neighborhood. They didn't care about us. You feel me? Because we was
Yeah.
young. They
Yeah,
didn't
you had
care
to
about
earn
us.
it.
Yeah, they
Kinda,
didn't.
right? Or
Basically-
not even really earn it.
I just
like,
felt like they didn't care.
you didn't even get your time.
Yeah, they didn't even care. If they had us in the studio when we was young,
Yeah.
doing it properly, it probably would have been a way better outbringing.
Yeah. Is that part of the politics of hip hop? You know?
Yeah, they don't care.
Coming up like that?
Yeah, they don't care about the old unless you hot already. Once you hot, then
You have something to add?
yeah, then they'll come and do business with you. Not even
Yeah.
business, because they're just trying to take your shine
Right.
to add on to their shine and give you some shine too. But
What do you mean by the older guys? Like who you talking
like the
about?
old, like me when I started rapping, I was what 15, 16.
Yeah, young.
There was older cats before me
Yeah.
that was rapping in the neighborhood. They knew we was rapping,
Right.
but they wouldn't take us to the studio.
No. Are you one of the older cats now?
No,
No.
Now, yes,
Now?
and
Yeah.
I bring them to the studio.
And you bring them in.
Of course,
So you're breaking that.
yeah, I'm not doing
Hell
that.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
how I'm
good.
keeping my following. They know I'm rapping. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm very consistent, so they know I'm always in the studio. If you want to rap, come fuck with me.
Let's talk about